this world of Dungeons and Dragons. So, again, right, your party finds itself this week based in the village of Slaveria. Last week, a party from here had, and maybe even some of the members here had tried to march across the plains west of here toward a place called Fort Stonehold in the mountains. We can try it again, but unfortunately last week we never actually made it on the way there. We encountered a band of demi-humans who we fought, ambushed and fought. I believe it could have been avoided, but we chose combat. And one of the characters uh, were badly injured, and that we never made it to the dungeon. So this week, the party might do the same thing, or they might try something else. You're standing at, or in the village of Slaveria, in the busy streets. You're in the morning. It's your meet in the morning in the streets. Our members include Halfling veteran Anton, Dwarven veteran Dwarven, uh, and Halfling veteran Hobbs, Halfling veteran Augusta, and Isodin, the medium. It's early in the morning, and I believe it's April at this point. Villagers walk past. Zero, you've got background sound if you can mute yourself, unless you're speaking. Yes, what's your party's course of action? You don't want to discuss with your party first? Okay. So Anton and Augusta make immediate action. They take off to the tavern. Dwarven Hobbs and Isodin, what would you like to do? Alright, Dwarven? Okay. It's early in the morning. Anton, you lead your party into the tavern. There are a few patrons having breakfast here this morning. You see him? He's at the bar. Hi. Good morning. What could I serve you, sir? Bread. Alright. Anything else? Alright. One loaf of bread. You can hear a cook in the background acknowledge this. Of course. Yeah, that should be enough. Alright, you receive a loaf of bread. On the bread. It's wheat bread. Nah. Rumors. Hmm. Oh.
Huh. Well, yes, I actually have. Would you be interested in? Would you be interested in perhaps visiting a horrible, nasty place? A few adventurers here last week came by and told me their stories on how they became rich and successful. Traveling to this place they claim is guarded by a dragon. It's west of here. It's a place called, how was it? A fortress, Fort Stonehold. Yes. Have you heard of it? More adventurers are coming here now that they've heard. They have heeded the call to adventure. They they seek the same place. Afraid not. These are peaceful lands. I mean, I assume if you want, you can always travel to the far wars, south of here or north of here. A few mercenaries call you over. Hey, you're looking for work? Well, we've got some advice. Plenty of money to be made north of here. Barbarians have been spotted right in the countryside north of here. Men are being called to arms, defending the farmlands north, and any borderland settlements north of here are being defended. Every man capable of bearing arms has been encouraged to join the battle. Good coin can be made north of here. Coin of a mercenary's hard work, I suppose. A lot of waiting, I suppose, and a bit of fighting here and there, but it's decent pay. Maybe not as much as you might be used to as adventurers, but if you're looking for work, there's plenty of it in the north. Good luck. They're sitting at the tavern. You want to ask them? We just got back. We're on leave, taking a holiday off. There's someone in town you can speak to. There's a mercenary company here. They're recruiting. You can find them in the market. They'll be traveling to Merkstad pretty soon. Their last stop before they make their way to the closest northern settlement from here. Those lands are being raided. Surrounding lands and farmlands. Not too far, a few leagues out. Markstead is only about a league out northeast. You can use the road and get there a lot quicker. Barbarians, savages, Northmen, yes. They claim that these mountains, these lands, the valleys south of it belong to them. But we have been here for many years, settlers, borderland settlers. The kingdom stretches far and wide, and we have been peaceful until now. They have decided that they want their land, their claim to land back, and they were not occupying the valley beforehand. So why do they want it now? I suppose it's because we are plentiful and resourceful, unlike them. Alright, you guys are about to join the mercenary campaign. This is different from an adventuring campaign. An adventuring campaign, you are your own employer. You choose where you want to go. If you sign up for this mercenary campaign, your adventures will be decided by the mercenary captain. Is this okay with you? You all are signing your characters to a contract, right, or to be enlisted into a mercenary company and campaign. So your life will no longer be in your hands. You will fight and die for this company until they release you or you quit or die, of course. Is it safe? It's mercenary work. You fight for your coin. You do not explore dungeons to get the treasure. You fight to get paid. You stand around and guard to get paid. You do menial tasks to get paid. The bodies that you're not the loot you get belongs to the mercenary company. They will give you your pay. You get a daily wage, not a share of the treasure. You will become retainers, right? So, or mercenaries. Not mercenaries are lesser than retainers. Retainers get shares. Hmm. Some got far, but most died on the way. Those got far would eventually retire and go back to adventuring. They got sick and tired of being ordered around and forced to fight in every battle. Halflings will not have a good time as mercenaries. They're small folk. And mercenaries not really a thing.
What for dwarves?
Dwarves, yeah, there are dwarves mercenaries. But hobbits don't typically belong on the battlefield, right? They're small and careful and quiet and somewhat fragile.
No, we're more hitman. We're more hitman.
Fighters and dwarves are meant to be fighting.
We might stick a halfling on a wall and give him a bow rather than a gun. Not that
Alright,
cool.
we need to find.
No,
We need to go to
scouts,
the. We
man.
need to go to the
Just
castle.
they make good
The
scouts.
fort. We need to go to the fortress.
Yeah, that's racist. Yeah, it's definitely racist.
So is the sun.
Alright, so
Oh yeah, I guess the sun is racist.
what is your plan for this week? The morning is past. You have discussed all day or all morning.
We're gonna aim for Fort Tunnel.
I think I'm just
How
gonna
far off
put
is
this
it?
away. It's not really helpful. Just gonna. One second.
How far off is this fort? About 2 miles. How long would that take? A day. A day? We should wait till tomorrow. Okay. Right after morning, like, we'll get back within a day. But it's not that far. Alright, we can march. We'll be done here in about 10 minutes.
Alright. We'll say that you've only been at the tavern for about an hour. So if you're ready to leave Silveria, we've got plenty of time to march. Plenty of daylight.
I'm taking my horse and we can go.
Alright.
As much as I would rather take the
Alright.
horse. Yes.
Let's go.
So you wish to split the party and create the second party, a scouting party. Who shall be in the scouting party?
The halfling?
I guess that sounds good to me.
The halfling can be in the scouting party.
Okay, I will.
But I've got a horse, so I'm staying with the rest of the party.
I can do that, Anton. But I'll leave my the 10 foot pole with the with
You
some
can leave.
in the
You
group.
can leave some stuff with me if you need. With my horse.
All right, I'll hand you the 10 foot pole so you can keep it on the horse. Because I have a spear anyway.
Okay. I'll go with you.
All right, so I'll go with Anton.
Hang on, I'm getting two mercenaries, and then they have a short bow.
Alright, I'm gonna put the pull on Augusta.
Okay.
It's on your horse now. So, as you're setting out from the village of Slaveria, there are 5 of you, beginning your march across the open grasslands at the heavy footman's rate. What is your marching order? What would you like to equip?
I'll equip my short bow. I'm gonna strap my shield to my saddle.
I have my shield in one hand and already my sling with a bullet already placed in it, ready to swing or to use it.
Alright, let me write this down. 1 second.
Thinking, you know how horses like have lanterns on their chests sometimes?
Sure.
Could I do that, but with my shield to protect the front of my horse better?
You're sure. If you really want to, your horse is gonna have 10 pounds of weight on its neck though, just dangling from it.
Yeah, actually, that's not a good idea. But now that you say it like that, I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Just everything you do, imagine if you did it in real life.
The lantern sounds reasonable, right? It's not gonna do too much, but a whole shield
Or
might be encumbering to its
It's
neck.
it's not really strapped to its neck. It's strapped
Strung
to
up?
the rest of the saddle. But yeah, you're right.
Farmer, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Alright. No, I was talking to my mom. Okay.
You're talking to my mom. What? Okay.
Yeah, she was just telling me good night.
Night, mom.
Um,
It's like too
we
late.
we're equipped in gear, right?
Yeah. So Anton, sorry, what did you want to
Seven.
equip? Anton.
Anton? Yo, Boomer.
I think he had said
Yo,
his shield and was it a sword? Oh no, no,
what
his
gear are you equipping, Anton?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm strapping my shield to my rifle and my short bow. Holding my pistol.
Okay. And Dwarven.
I wanna equip my short bow.
All right. And Hobbs as we march.
like I said, I will equip my my shield and you know I have a spear, so and my shield and my spear as well.
Okay. Lagosta.
I am going to have my crossbow, and it's gonna be loaded. Ready to fire.
And Isudin. Isudin.
We can't hear you.
Good.
What would you like to equip?
Equip. I'll equip my helmet. I mean my sling.
All right. After a few hours of marching through grasslands, let's see how this goes. You have heard that these grasslands are not exactly the safest places, and orcs have been spotted. You have made your way through the grassland and into a range of mountains. It is again spring. The mountains are grassy and green. You make your way through the valleys, and you're wandering the mountain range now. What in particular do you want to do here in the mountains? Do you want to keep marching through them?
Look for a hill.
Right. So you look for the hills and the mountains as you march westward through them. These are low mountains at first. They slowly begin to stretch and uh, gradually ascend higher and higher westward. And there's water that flows through the mountain range, um, which is flowing from the northwest to the southeast. And as you're marching along this body of water westward, unless you choose to cross, you would be either on the north or south side. It is your choice. Actually, uh, most likely we're on the north side. Yeah, we would be on the north side. You would follow this river westward into the northwest, right, to southeast, and it's not long before you come across what appears to be a fortress embedded in a rock face.
Oh, we found it.
It's on it would be on the north side, I would suppose. So your side. You're approaching it at this point. It overlooks the river southward. But you're gonna have to scale a mountain to get to it.
You don't really see a clear path from here. Maybe there is one, but you don't see it yet. You're currently southeast of it. How do you wish to continue?
There's no signs of a path or anything like that. An old path, an old road.
Well, as you observe around, you can kind of make out the road somewhat away from the river you've been following. It's off road or off the trail, not the trail, but off the bank of the river. Somewhat further north, you'll see a what appears to maybe have been a road at some point, but now it's overgrown with shrubberies and such. It's no longer maintained. It's an old road. You can use that if you
Is
want.
the direction uh,
You're not
good?
certain if it leads up to the fortress, but it does go along the river.
You say the
Okay, okay.
You guys can find evidence uh, maybe that the path is north. Let's do it.
Alright, you want to ascend the mountain?
yes.
Okay. Alright. You began to try to scale the mountain instead of follow the road? Or.
Um, no, follow the road.
Okay.
Yeah, like what the road is, like leading.
Okay, so you follow the road then.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, you follow the road northwest, and eventually a part of the road forks. It goes back the way you came, but uphill. It begins to ascend the slopes of the mountain, or the rock face here. It's obscured by rocks. It's a somewhat hidden trail up the mountain, a mountain pass. It goes up the mountainside. Otherwise, the road continues along the river, continuing northwest. But this road goes east, up the mountain. How would you like to continue?
Northwest.
Hmm.
Uh,
I said, how would you like to continue?
follow the road.
Okay. In which direction? Northwest or east? You just came from the southeast.
East. Um, North.
Uh, Northwest because that's towards the
That's where the castle is.
Northwest continues, the road continues along the river. East, it starts to go uphill, and southeast is the way you came.
so then if it's east that goes uphill, then so we should go.
So Hobbes says we should go uphill. Is that what we do though?
You said the road goes to northwest, right?
It goes northwest, it goes east, and it goes southeast.
And the fortress is located towards the east.
At this point, you can't see it looking around because you're at the base of the mountain.
Hmm.
But the fortress should be directly north of you, uphill.
Let's try northwest, guys.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
let's follow.
Okay. You have marched along the road northwest continuously, and the range of mountains just continues to stretch on, right? Eventually, you can see the castle or the fortress disappearing behind you to the southeast. The river starts to flow from the west instead of the northwest.
You want to continue following this road?
We just passed the
You just passed
Well,
the
let
castle.
yeah.
let's continue follow, see where it leads then.
Uh,
Um.
we'll follow the road still.
Okay.
Mind you, guys, we just passed the castle that was southeast or southwest. Sorry.
The road is you follow in March, a few hours along the road now. It's about dusk now, and it finally comes to a fork. Nothing changed until you reach the fork in the mountains. At this fork, the road will continue either northwest or go southwest.
Hmm. We have the southwest road.
All right, take the southwest.
Okay, your party marches southwest along the road. A few more hours go by. The sun has set, and your party is exhausted. You want to march on? Day one's coming to an end.
What do we have? Do we have food?
Someone brought rations on their horse.
Water or water or
Yo, you guys awake or what?
yeah. Well, we have water, but we don't have enough water.
Well,
Well, algo está,
Bro, you awake?
ain't no way, bruh.
yeah.
The night is
Isn't it like
passing.
1 or 2 o'clock in the morning for you?
Let's sleep.
Well,
You
I
guys?
guess we can. Yeah,
You want to establish a camp here.
yeah.
You gather what wood you can. You get the fire going. Anything else? Would you like to eat
Um,
tonight?
What is there a place that we can camp that we can have at least some shelter?
You're in the open mountain range here, in the valley of the mountain, standing near a river. There doesn't seem to be any shelter really, but or at least
No outcrops or nothing like that.
I suppose you could find some along the river. Um, March down the banks. Some of the rocks down there might provide some shelter from above due to the shape of the rocks. You can definitely find a lot of rocky outcroppings along the mountain slopes and such. If you want to move uphill or climb up onto the mountains, you can rest in the mountains.
mm,
You're down in the valley currently, where the river is and the road. It is also at this fork that there's going to be a bridge here soon as well.
pretty sure we passed the castle. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
we passed the ruined
I know. I don't know why we kept on going.
It's for
Just just want to see where it ends. We can go. First we rest.
yeah.
Let's hope nothing eats us. You never know.
Go inside the water.
Okay, so you have entered expert level territory, meaning that you're staying a night out in the wilderness.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Survival wilderness.
The night begins to pass. You have made your camp in the valley. The fire burns softly. And do we choose to eat? Augustus does not share. So what would we eat?
Wait, what?
Augustus does not share. She is not here. So her character is ready to leave. She's looking at you all. She's like, stay back. I'm tired. I'm hungry. You will not come near me. Right?
She's gonna pass out in the middle there. All right. Forage for food.
Yeah, forage.
There's a river that just
Tell her at least toss us a few rations that we can share.
So let's see. She is not here now, or his player is not here, so she's an NPC. She'll react like an NPC. She shakes her head. You're going to have to pay if you want my food.
Okay, name your price.
It will be a silver piece for your meal.
For all of us?
A silver piece will pay for 3 meals. 2 silver pieces will pay for all your meals.
I'll hand over 2 silver pieces. That's all.
Okay. She can then purchase more rations with these 2 silvers. Let's see.
Yo, Will, you awake?
No, strong guy.
Alright. Your party receives a total of 6 rations then for 2 silvers. So, with 6 rations, this should feed your crew for maybe a day or two. But 6 rations is 18 pounds of food. In each meal, you eat 1 pound of food. You haven't eaten anything all day. You decided to eat dinner though. Garrison can have ration, right, or can just eat 1 meal a day and be fine. But if they want to be healthy and strong and heal, they'll need to eat throughout the whole day. Let's see. Tonight though, you all only had 1 meal out of the whole day, so you only had dinner. That's true. Anton had a loaf of bread. Let's see. But everyone else has gone hungry until dinner. Let's see. So if there was an encounter during the day, though, you would have suffered a -1 penalty due to hunger. Let's see. Fortunately, that was not the case, and as you sleep, you'll sleep with a full belly at least. So dinner will be had. We have out of the rations, we start with 18 pounds for your remaining party members. We just ate a total of. We're not sharing with Augusta; she can eat her own food. Um, so you lose 4 pounds of rations. Okay, Augusta consumes her own food. Okay, the night is passing then.
So how long does the watch last?
Yeah, 2 hour watch.
A cold and quiet night in the mountain range. Every now and then you would hear bats or an owl. In the distance, those on watch. In the middle of the night, past the witching hour, you might even hear the beasts of the mountains. Wolves in the distance, bears perhaps, growling creatures of the night. Morning would come soon though, and breakfast would be had, costing another 4 load of rations. Did you guys want to eat breakfast or did you want to go hungry this morning?
Eat breakfast. We'll eat breakfast just in case something happens.
Alright, you have all been fed. It's day 2. Augustus, uh, or Augusta in the morning, mounts her horse and tells you she's making her way back. She has deserted the party.
Okay.
Whether she makes it back alive or not is uncertain. Dropping out of a game in the middle of a game typically equals MIA, right? Augusta becomes missing in action.
Mm. Are you guys willing to continue this path?
You can try to persuade her
Yeah.
to stay with you if you really like her, that player. She can stick
No.
Yeah.
around.
Mm.
Otherwise, she'll be
I'll
MIA.
I'll try to I'll ask them to stick around. Halflings gotta watch out for each
I'll
other.
I'll I'll do it. I want you to stick around. We can use a healthy hand around here.
She tells you that she's ready to go home though. She'll stick around as long as she doesn't have to adventure anymore.
Fine by me.
Let's just drag her.
Okay, so she'll march along, but she will not help. As
You
for the
can
rest
hold
of
the
you,
Use a
torch.
shield.
what would you like to do from here?
All right, we need to head back, guys. We need to go back to the other path that's heading southeast. So we need to rotate backwards. Anson, you have the map, right? Where do we need to go?
Um, yeah, we gotta go back the way we can.
Well,
Which
the
Yeah,
road goes northwest. You can see it branches off again and forks to the southwest. There's a bridge there crossing the river, and then the road continues southwest. The road
Egan, you're
also
cutting.
continues southeast. Am I cutting out?
Yeah, you're like muffled.
Yeah.
The road continues northwest. It also forks, and part of the road goes southwest, crossing a bridge. There's also the
Hmm.
road that you came from, southeast.
Hmm. Wait, there's a bridge up there, so that would be
Man-made.
could be a man. Yeah, that could be a sign of something.
my goodness. All right.
All right, do you guys want to do this?
Yo, our main objective was to go to the castle.
Yeah, this bridge is leading towards the castle.
It's going
Let's.
southwest.
All right.
We're past the castle and it's going southwest.
Let's go southwest.
Yeah.
It's an old stone bridge.
It's gonna crumple. Might as well poke it at it with my spear.
Okay, you poke ahead, carefully prodding the way. The old stone bridge um, does not look like it's very safe to cross. In the middle of it, half of the bridge has collapsed. You can still go around the hole, of course, make your way around and across, but no wagon or horse could really cross safely, Augusta included.
Mm.
So footmen can cross
So,
still if you're careful, but anything large can't cross over the open hole in the middle of the bridge.
Anton, I think we should go back and take the road that goes southwest, set the bridge, or
Okay.
southeast.
All right. Yeah. To the let's head back.
What it,
You
what
see,
what's your map? What's your map looking at, like,
there's a
Anton?
sack though on the other side of the hole.
Oh oh.
A sack?
Indeed, an old
I'll.
sack.
Uh,
Can you try and get it where you're?
how far is it?
It's halfway across the bridge, about 30 feet away, maybe 20 feet, 20 to 30 feet.
Is there any
The
weird?
bridge is 30 feet total, so it's on the other side of the hole. So
All right, I'm gonna take out my shield and spear, ready it, and I'm gonna check my surroundings real quick. What do I see around me? Do I see any bushes?
you're in the valley, rocky, mountainous valley, somewhat grassy and wet. It's pretty still out here. There are some trees in the valley, but not many. It's mostly open and barren.
All
Hmm.
right, I'm try to get the sack, but what I'm gonna do, I'll keep prodding ahead of me with my spear. So,
Okay, you make your way toward it. So far, what you can see is it's a sack with some coins spilled out of it. Old coins, covered in moss. Looks like that sack has been sitting there for a long time.
I'll pick up all the coins and put it back in the sack and take it.
Well, it's on the other side of the hole, so you're poking away. You reach the hole. There's your parties waiting on the other side, patiently. You wanna go around it, or jump across, or
Uh, uh, If I jump, I'm too heavy to be jumping across. I'm a big boy. I got some heavy armor, so it'll be wise for me to carefully go around.
Alright, you've made it around. You're on the other side, the sack is here, and suddenly something emerged from the hole. Well, well. Look who we have stumbled upon today. When you
Mm.
turn around, you see a wicked looking 8 foot tall man. He's emaciated. He has rubbery flesh, a dark
What
green
is
skin.
what is your name? I slowly back away. So yeah.
The name's Lrat.
What are you?
What am I?
Yes, what are you?
I am about to eat you. Come here, little
Nah.
Okay.
dwarf.
I'll
And he
shoot into
Mm,
starts to
him.
crawl over to you. He moves very fast on all fours.
yeah,
From the other side of the
yeah.
bridge, your friends try to fire at
Fighting,
it.
fighting
Anton opens
retreat.
fire. Dwarven, you want to fight him retreat. You fight retreat toward the other side of the bridge because you're on the other side of the bridge now. So you'll be splitting from your party.
Mm, oh fuck.
The monster's between
So
you and your party. You went around the hole. It jumped out of the hole.
I might as well just fight this thing because I can't. My party's separate. I'm
You're
separated. It's
fighting,
in between.
withdrawing from it, and as you're doing this, Anton is firing, and Hobbs, what is your action?
I am since I had my spear out, I am running as fast as I can towards where to help
Dwarven
Draven. Yes.
and Izudin, what is your action?
Mm. Ooh,
Hmm.
10 seconds.
Uh,
What do you
protect.
do?
uh,
You can cast protection on him.
I shall cast protection of evil on him.
On it? Okay.
No, on
Yes.
Alright,
On him.
so what actually
on
happens is,
Dwarven.
during melee, the monster was reaching for Dwarven, who began to back off, right, and do a fighting withdrawal. As he was falling back, he was stabbing away at this monster with his weapon. What's your weapon, Dwarven?
I have a spear and I have a shield.
Okay. Your spear is longer than its arms. Its arms are quite long, but not longer than your spear.
So I have a first attack or
You do. But actually, this
okay.
monster fights way faster than you. And as your spear comes toward it, it immediately just smacks the head of your spear with a talon. Here's a roll to hit.
Jesus Christ, I'm dead.
It missed.
Oh,
Your spear goes
oh,
past it. Now we're going to initiative between you and it. It attacks faster than you ever have seen, right? It attacks faster than you. The rate of 3 attacks in 1 round.
oh my God! Ha! Yo, I'm dead.
The monster goes first. A second talon comes toward you as it lunges toward you, reaching for you. Scores another miss, and then here's your first stabbing attack. As it lunges at you with 2 talons, you are able to avoid both slashes. You thrust your spear into it, and you miss your first thrust. It then has gotten so close to you where it pulls you in for a bite. Let's see if it gets you. Nat 20.
I'm dead.
Deep,
Yeah, goodbye,
sharp
Ooh.
teeth
goodbye,
sink into your flesh. You take a
goodbye,
total
world.
of 2 damage. How many hit
Oh,
points
I'm
do you have?
alive. I got 3 now.
3 of 5.
Yeah.
Dorvan stands strong still. Monster's teeth sink into your shoulder.
Ah.
As that was happening, your second attack went off with your spear. Teeth sunken into your shoulder. You thrust a second time to no avail.
Um.
From the southeast, your friends on the other side of the bridge have opened fire from the distance as runs across, coming after you. It's Hobbs. But before he can get there, Anton has opened fire twice, at twice the rate with his short bow. 2 arrows incoming.
Mhm.
Both are misses.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm gonna die.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Hobbs, you're running toward a hole, but you're slow. but you do a full movement as fast as you can. You do not attack this round. You just do a 30-foot movement. You make it to the hole. You can get around the hole, but you can't exactly reach the monster yet. Let's see. Until the next round, you'll do a move and attack. Now we're going into round two.
He does.
For round two, um, we'll see that Hobbs will continue moving toward the monster's position, closing that distance. By the end of movement phase, he will have closed that distance. There's still melee here. Anton, do you want to continue firing from your side of the bridge?
Do I risk? Well, I would risk hitting someone.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Remember, the monster's between you and your friend.
All right. What's the yeah? I'll step
Okay,
back a
and
bit though.
Izudin,
At
your
that.
action last round was to cast protection
All right.
from evil on the monster. Is that right?
What?
No, it was on Dwarven.
It is not your choice, it is Izudin's choice.
I was saying what he's sorry.
Okay, so Izudin, what's your action?
Cast protection of evil on Dwarven.
On Dwarven. Okay. So you said
Yeah.
yourself first, so you hesitated. And then you did not cast it last round then. You stopped, you interrupted yourself, because you're about to cast it on the monster. And then you switch your target to Dwarven. Okay? I'm I will not
Okay.
I cannot be I should not be I suppose I'm trying to help you guys by making sure you guys do not uh, say the wrong action that you don't want to do, but at the same time, if you keep doing it and then change your actions, I can't help you anymore, right? So, um, and same thing, when you interrupt someone's action, you're typically losing your action. So it's a final warning, right? But if it happens again, you're gonna have to go with what you first said, right? Or go with what you've decided
Okay.
in the end. I cannot really give you the benefit of the doubt from there. So, um, but Isuden, this round at least, you're gonna start casting it on Dwarven instead, protection from evil. And it typically only works on yourself, but you will try it anyway. Alright, and as this is happening, uh, we're gonna go to melee. Okay, so Dwarven, you have a spear against this monster who is in close melee with you,
And
who is
X.
slashing at you. It has a first attack against you.
Yeah.
Scoring a 12. Its
Uh,
bonus is plus 6, 18 to hit with
I'm
normal
dead.
class.
Yep, I'm dead. It hits. It
A
hits.
talent strikes you for a total of 4 damage.
I'm dead.
You make a saving throw, scoring 18. You're still alive,
Uh,
but barely. A talon has ripped off your left arm. Goes
I'm just
flying
gonna
into the
fall.
ground.
I just want to fall into the pit. That's what I want to
Alright.
do.
You're away from it, you backed up from it.
I'm
You're
dead.
on your knees, the monster has torn off an arm, and is very happy to have a meal in a while. Durvan has fallen here, he has died. He's fallen for a wilderness encounter trap, right? Let's see. Hobbs, you're running toward it still. Do you truly want to close that distance and make an attack as you see this monster tear off Dwarven's arm?
Uh, to tell you the truth, he's gone. I mean, there's nothing that we can do. So
Now,
I just
Hobbs,
stop.
between you and your party, the sack is on the ground, but it looks quite heavy. The monster is west of you, the sack is east of you, the hole is east of that, and your party is east of the hole. If you grab the sack, you might get rich, but it might slow you down heavily because you're a halfling, not a human. That sack looks heavy.
I'll go for it.
Okay, Hobbs, you run toward the
No,
sack,
I'll just keep distracting it. I'll be like, eat me, eat me.
and as you pick it up, Anton, you
Uh,
can see the monster is right behind them. Right, Anton, you're opening fire on the monster again.
Mm-hmm. Get away
Right.
from him.
I'm
So
dead. He's dead.
And
yeah.
of course, pressure from evil was being cast on Dwarven, but Illidan, as you're casting it, you see Dwarven is ripped apart. And as you cast it, you lose your spell. It goes off, it is interrupted, right, because you have no target, it just kind of dissipates in the air. You lost your only spell for the day. Dwarven's dead, and Hobbs is picking up treasure and is about to be ripped to shreds. Unless Anton can take this thing down. Two arrows went toward it from Anton.
Mm.
Um, 13 is the first one. The range is you're about 40 feet from it. So let's
No
see.
one, I just realized he could have casted protection from evil on himself and took the treasure and left.
Yep, too late now.
Oh my god, shaking
But
my
see,
head.
13.
Particular.
Izudin, or sorry, Anton. What's your dexterity?
+1 halfling +1 and then light short bow +1.
Okay, that one's gonna hit. I'm not sure about the 10 though.
Okay.
10 is gonna be
Um.
+1 for halfling, +1 from dex, +1 from light, +1 from close range. So it's +4. So not quite enough.
Hmm.
Very close, but not quite. You get one hit
Okay.
in for 1d6 damage. Okay. Alright. You deal 1 damage.
All right.
Okay. You see your arrow hits it in the back, right? Or not the back, but the shoulder. Just kind of nicks it, barely, barely cuts it. And
Hmm.
at that point, as Hans picks up that sack and begins his dash across or around the hold, the monster has already caught up to him and makes its attacks against them. Hobbs, how do you defend yourself? You can jump into the hole, you can turn around and fight, you can try to run. What's your move? It's in melee with you.
It's in melee with me.
Yep, as you were picking
Uh,
up, it ran to you, right? And now we're
a-
in
am
melee.
I am I close to where the hole is?
You're right in front of it, yeah. The hole is south or east of you.
Okay.
But the monster came out from that hole.
Yeah.
You jump in,
No, I'm not jumping in that hole. Um,
you have to
I will.
run. You want to,
I will drop my. I will. Put the sack down and put my shield up and protect myself.
last effort to survive. You see Hobbs dropping the sack. You see he's turning around. You see the monster's clawing at him with the talon. A long, horrible claw. Scoring a 9 plus 6, 15 to hit. Hobbs, what's your armor class?
Well, I have the heavy gambison and does double protection. I have the shield
Okay. And you're blocking with it.
and I have the helmet that you said that would provide protection also, the light
Yeah.
one.
You have the light one? Okay, so 1 armor class from that. The heavy
And
gamson gives you
also
4. Yeah.
you mentioned this thing was bigger than man size, so I get a +2 armor
Bonus.
bonus to it.
Indeed. So
Hmm.
that's another -2. And um, also, you're blocking, right? You defend with your shield. So your
Yes.
shield bonus, what's your shield bonus? You have a normal shield? A human sized shield?
Yes.
So it'd be 2 to 4 then. So it's a -4. So your armor class in this situation becomes -2 as you're
Jesus
blocking it
Christ,
on your
that's
heavy
really
shield.
No, I
good.
lied.
It beats down on your shield with 1 talon. You survive it. A second talon comes toward you, and you're just full defending, of course. You choose not to attack, you choose to defend. The next one hits the nat 20. Talon goes right through your shield. And the third attack, a bite, does not get past your shield. The talon that got through your shield caused you 1 point of damage, just slicing into your arm.
Okay, I have 5 points left.
Alright,
Take the treasure. Take the treasure. He's distracted. Come on, guys.
so now, Anton, as that was happening, did you fire more arrows? But if you do note, at this point, Hobbs's
Hmm.
back is to you.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
if I'm able to yell, I say, "Get the bag! Get the
Come
Yeah.
bag!"
on,
Anton
guys.
will
Use your
run.
brain.
Can Anton, if he does a full move, can he run, grab the bag, and run back?
The bag is at his feet on the other side of the hole. The bag is
Oh.
between him and the monster.
Oh, he didn't drop it to his side.
If he did drop it eastward, it would fall into the hole.
Oh,
No, I dropped it right, in order to
But
protect myself. But I,
but if he
yeah.
kicked it westward, it
It
wouldn't fall
would
to the
go
hole.
toward the monster then. The monster's west
no,
on
I
the
mean
bridge.
if you could get eastward, but I don't think I can do that.
Had to pull the
Um.
monster to a
All right,
different
Anton.
direction.
You had
Okay.
10 seconds to
Okay.
decide, and 10 seconds has passed. You did not take the
Okay.
shot.
I
Um,
know. Okay.
let's see.
And let's.
Izudin, what was your next action after you cast your spell? Did you want to shoot too, or something else?
I shall shoot the monster with my sling.
Very well. Do note,
Nice.
Hobbs is in the way, to some extent. He's small, but he's still there. Nat 20, you hit. Monster is hit for 1, 2, 3, 1 to 4 damage. So you got 1 damage on it. The wound that you saw on the monster, you can see is starting to close up. Hobbs, you're noticing this, right, as you're fighting this monster. The wound that was caused by the arrow is
Okay.
closing up. Slowly, but surely.
No, it's healing.
Alright. Uh, and that wound was not very big at all. But you can clearly see the skin reforming, or connecting, tissue reconnecting. The arrow popping out. Uh, you've never encountered something like this before, perhaps. Hobbs, what is your next action? You spent 1 round defending and you were successful, but you can't hold up for long. You're a sitting duck.
My next action is, if it's close to the hole, I want to try to push it into the hole, like
Rabbit
ru-
pull it
you know.
into the hole? Because it's west of you, and you're west of the hole, so you would have been
Yo,
grabbing the
guys, look
hole
in
or something.
discussion. Look in
No, sh-
So
discussion.
what's your action,
okay.
Hobbs?
I will try to. Um, I'll tell you what. I'll try to trip him.
Just try to trip him, hit him in the leg?
Yeah, with my spear.
Okay. So you're unslinging your spear this round, right? As it's beating down on your shield. And you're just gonna do defend again, as you have to pull out your spear, which is a large weapon. Because you do not have your spear equipped. You had your shield and your sack of treasure equipped. Let's see. So now you're equipping the spear as you're defending. So you block with one arm and you grab the weapon with the other arm. And the monster gets 3 attacks. It continues to pound you with its talons and its teeth. Here are the talon attacks. 5 to hit is a miss, plus 6, 11. 2 is a miss. This last one is a 9, plus 6, 15.
What?
None of them hit you. Still, you
Oh,
hold fast, you defend, and you survive another round of heavy blows. Your shield is taking a lot of damage. And from the east, Anton, do you want to continue opening fire with the bone arrow or something else?
No, I'm gonna see if I can
Bag.
grab
Get the
grab the
bag.
bag and run back.
Alright, you're running toward the hole then, and you're slow. You're heavy footman, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so you run as
I'll.
fast as you can, and as you're doing this, Hobbs, or not Hobbs, Isudin, what's your action?
I use my sling again and shoot the creature.
Okay, and then of course, Karan, for the remainder of the game, you may of course sit in and watch how it ends,
Yeah, I'm
or
watching
take the
it.
lead.
No,
Yeah,
no, I'm
but thank
watching
you
it.
for playing. Sorry you had to die.
No,
Um,
yeah. It's expert. It's what I expected. It's fine.
Alright, Isudin, here's your shot. 10 to hit. That's a plus on, or no, yeah, plus on for close range, I think. Still gonna be a miss.
Shit.
Alright, back to the top. Poor halfling Hobbs is being slammed on. The monster continues to pound its talons into him, and it's trying to pull that shield off and get a bite in there. But Hobbs, at this point, you want to release your defense and start stabbing.
Yes.
Alright, so you lower your shield, you begin to thrust at the monster. And as you do this, the monster gets 1 talon on you before you even have a chance to stab at it. Missed. Okay, now you're
That's a
starting to
fucking.
stab at it. Between you and the monster, we roll initiative. All right, the monster takes it. Actually, what's your you have a plus one because you're a halfling, and then what's your dexterity?
It's normal, 0.
All
It,
right, simultaneous. Just because you're a halfling, you have a chance to kill it at the same time it has a chance to kill you. So here's you and it for the second attack. This will be your first attack. All right, this is the monster. This is you. The monster has scored a 18 total right there, plus 6. Your AC was dropped because you're no longer defending. So instead of armor class -2, you have armor class 0. And an 18 is a miss. Um, Here's your last attack. Here's the monster's last attack for melee. Alright, the monster scores another miss. You score another miss. So you can't really get, as it beats on your shield, you just can't see an opening, right? You were about to like maybe lower your guard, but you realized it was too risky.
right.
Um, and then Anton, you made it to the hole. You're now going around the hole, trying to get toward um, Hobbs, who is being smashed up, or hit on, right, or beaten.
Mm-hmm.
Um, monster's right next to him, or right on top of him to the west.
Do I see Anton approaching?
Not really. You're focused on looking at the monster at the moment. He's east of you. You're
Yeah.
facing west against the monster. Izudin, as that's happening, do you want to take another shot?
Yes, I would.
Here's your second or your next shot. 12 to hit. Miss. Right. Even with bonuses. Okay. And then back to the start. Um, Anton last round, you got to the hole. You made your way around it. And now it's up to you if you really want to go in there and grab the sack. But if you go in there, you're going to be within melee range.
Mm. He'll grab it.
Okay, Anton takes the risk. He has moved toward the
Mm.
sack and is trying to pick it up. As this happens, um, the monster slashes at Homs once, slashes at Anton once, and then bites at Anton, who is not defending
Mm.
himself. Homs, you want to
Alright.
stab at it or something else?
I I I I want to
Mm.
bash into it. Rush at it with my shield to bash into it, so I can prevent him from hitting Hob.
Okay,
I
you want
mean,
to intercept.
yeah, Anton.
All right. So what ends up happening is the monster's trying to reach for Anton, who's coming toward, or coming, or moving up between you and the monster, trying to grab the sack. And you take a step forward, trying to push the monster back, trying to focus its attacks on you. In that case, it's just kind of an up to initiative then. Let's see. Monster, because you move forward toward it, you press up against it. Monster will be kind of forced to attack you then. You're intercepting. You're blocking. You're protecting Anton. Here we go. Alright, so the party wins, but the monster still has the first strike. And that first claw went toward Anton. So before you could intercept,
Mm.
one claw went toward Anton, and then the next
Yeah.
you can intercept.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. 8 plus 6, 14. Anton, what's your armor class?
Mm. Heavy Gamby is -6, right? For half one.
Minus 4.
That's double. -4. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Uh, so oh yeah, because Gambison is regular Gambison's -2, right?
Yep.
And then heavy Gamison is -3,
Heavy games
and
is
then
minus 4 on a halfling.
-4. Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So oh yeah, he has heavy Gambison, helmet, shield. He should have AC 0. Yeah, AC 0.
Your AC
Yeah.
bonus +1.
Yeah, no, with my AC bonus, he has a natural AC of 8, -8 from all of his armor.
No, so just tell me your armor. You have a heavy
Yeah.
gambeson?
Yeah. Or would I've had time to like pull my shield out since it's on my shoulder?
No, just tell me you you would have to spend a moment unstrapping your shield
Okay.
from your
No,
armor.
no, okay.
You chose to
I
do that in the
have.
beginning.
Okay, then it's 2.
Alright, so 4 from your gambeson,
Yeah.
2 from your helmet,
Yeah.
and then 2 from being a halfling.
Yes.
Anything else?
Um, +1 dexterity.
Okay, so armor plus 0. Alright, so the monster scored, what was it 8 plus 6, 14 against you. Missed.
Mm.
And then 2 attacks went for Hobbs, but Hobbs, let's see. Did we roll initiative yet? No, not yet. You and it. I think we
Mm.
did. Yeah, the monster took it.
Yeah, you did roll it.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to. Well, I rushed at it to bash it. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
he was intercepting.
you're trying to, but also between you and it is, if you intercept it, then you're stepping on in the way of Anton, so Anton can't grab the sack then. But you will be protecting Anton. Does that make sense? So between you and the monster is the sack. Anton's trying to get the sack, so it's go between you and the monster. If you don't allow this, if you protect Anton, Anton can't grab the sack. So,
I thought Anton was coming into my east, right?
yep, the sack is west of you. The hole is east of you. The monster is west of you. Between you and the monster is the sack at your feet.
Right.
So
So
if you
if
move,
I'm pushing up against the monster, he should be able to come behind me
yep,
to snatch it, right?
the sack would be at your feet or next to your feet. So you would push up against the monster, try to move toward it, but
What I mean by pushing, I mean like ramming into. You know how you do a charge with a
okay.
shield,
You
like
want to force it back? Okay.
yeah, yeah, like a forceful, like a running back. You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like a lineman just
We'll force it
bashing
back then.
into him.
So you roll
Yeah,
a hit to force it back.
I want to knock him off his feet if I can.
Okay. Roll a hit for that. But the monster had initiative, I think. We rolled that, so it gets one more attack against you before you have a chance to bash it away. Alright. You missed. Here's your attack. You missed. Here's its attack. It missed. Here's your attack. You missed. So you guys are in a stalemate. You're just beating and pushing and shoving, and there's no opening yet, Anton. You
Mm.
wanna wait, or do you wanna try to get in there still?
Yeah, I'll try to get in there and grab the tag.
Alright. So
Because it already made a melee attack against me because I went to grab it, right?
you haven't picked it up yet. You moved up. It swung at you, and you
Well,
couldn't
what if
grab
I.
because freaking Hobbs is in the way still. Look, remember Hobbs is here.
Mm.
Hobbs is here, and let's say the monster is here, and your treasure was here between you and between Hobbs and the monster. But
Mm.
you were trying to get in there, try to grab that treasure. But if you did that, then you would be in melee with the monster. Hobbs did not want that. He moved, instead of you moving there, he pushed past you and stepped on the treasure so you could not get to the monster. If he didn't do that, the monster would be attacking you only and wouldn't be attacking Hobbs.
Mm.
Because you would be in front of Hobbs, between you and, or between the monster and Hobbs, and standing on top of the
Mm-hmm.
treasure. Make sense?
Okay.
So if you get the treasure, you're the only target, right? You'll be in between Hobbs and or you'll be between the monster and Hobbs on top of the treasure, trying to pick it up. That make sense?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Hobbs right now pushed you away, kept you from doing that. He's trying to force the monster further back so that you may grab it safely.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So do you want to wait, or do you want to try to push past Hobbs still?
Oh, I'll wait.
All right. And Hobbs, you want to keep trying to push it back?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here's another round, and then before that round ends, we're gonna say the slinger to the east gets another shot off. Now there are 2 people you can hit if he misses. Forgot. If he misses, he should have had a chance to hit you guys because you guys are in the line of fire. Here's a chance of him hitting you guys from last round. Missed. Okay. Here's this
Could he
round.
find better position?
He's east of the bridge. He probably could if you moved like south of the bridge or north. He would fire from a flank, right? But he's firing where you guys are in the line of fire. So imagine his token. It'd be like, let me grab a token real quick. He's directly east of you guys, so he's firing into your backs. If you move to south or north, he might be able to fire at the angle, so it won't be directly into your backs. But that's what he's currently doing. Nat 20, he hits the monster and causes 2 damage to
Nice.
it. And you've seen that the first wound that you've caused the monster is fully healed. Um, let's see. And this round we're pushing it back. We got Hobbs trying to push it back. Before he can, this monster gets another Talon at him. Nat 20 hits Hobbs, deals 2 damage to Hobbs.
So that's so I have 3 hit points left.
Let's see. Our Hobbs was wounded earlier, right?
Yeah, 1 hit point.
Yeah, so you had 5 of 6 earlier.
Yep,
Now you have 3 of 6, right? Or 2 of 6? No,
yep.
3 of 6. You took 2 damages now, so you should be only at 3 of 6.
Hit points, yeah.
Okay. And then now it's time for initiative. Your first attack and its second attack. You win. Let's see if you hit it. If you hit it, you can force it back. Alright. 13. Your bonuses. What's your bonus to hit in melee?
I don't have any.
None? Okay. Well, then you missed. And then the monster scores or rolls to hit. Its talent attack, second talent, missed. And then here's your second attempt to push it back with your shield. Shield bash again. You missed. Here's the monster's last attack, a bite, as it grabs at you with its talent or clawed
It
hands.
has it has 4 attacks.
3 attacks. It is 2 claws, 1 bite. It missed. Alright. Now we go to yeah, Anton still. Anton, you see that Hans wasn't able to force it back. Do you wanna stand your ground
Mm.
or do you wanna do something else?
Could I have drawn my spear and tried like helping him push it back?
Okay, sure. Last round
Okay.
you say you slung your spear, so this round you were stabbing at it.
Mhm.
Okay, well you can't really.
Natural 20 twice.
You're stabbing at it. Let's see. This will not push it back exactly, but it could hurt it. Alright, both are misses.
Yeah.
Okay, and here's
Mhm.
a sling coming toward it from the east. 18 hits. Sling deals 3 damage. So far, a total of 5 damage has been caused to the monster. Let's see. Alright. So we dealt 5 damage to it so far. But you can see it's slowly healing. Um.
Mm.
Alright. So this next round, melee continues. Hobbs continues to shield bash it, while you continue to poke at it with your spear. While we have a slinger slinging stones at it from the east. The monster has a first talent attack, scoring a 13 plus 6, 19. That should hit Hobbs on the dot. Hobbs bravely takes 3 damage. Alright,
He on a 19?
19 hits, right? Because you have armor class 0, so that's a hit.
I thought it was
Yeah.
armor class -2. Oh, okay.
If you
No,
Alrighty. Then
defend,
I'm
yeah,
my
you had armor class -2. But you chose to attack. That defend comes from the double bonus that you get from your shield when you
Oh,
defend.
okay. I understand now. Okay, okay, okay.
So the
Well,
shield,
that's it.
yeah.
I'm done.
Hobbs
Down.
has fallen. He has stood there for a while, facing this monster off. He crashes to the ground, saving throw over his death. All right, I rolled a two, so he loses a hand. 18 is a
Just
pass.
die. Just die.
Uh,
Just die. There's no point in living, bro.
the
This
monster
is no
finally
point.
smashes his shield arm off. As he's bashing, the monster finally just rips through the shield bust, right, and pulled off his hand. You lose your left hand. It goes flying to the river along with your shield. Okay.
I will try to since this is biting me and stuff. I just try to. Well, no, I'm already dying. Well, I'll try to flail as much as possible to distract it.
You keep
So
fighting
see,
despite your
yeah,
situation.
yeah.
You
So
could
see if
run.
this guy,
You could
yeah,
jump into the
can.
river.
No, I'll keep fighting. I'll keep
Uh,
fighting the
Fight
situation.
to the very end, the bitter end. As you're doing this, the monster doesn't really seem to care anymore. But the spear comes toward him from the spearman.
Mhm.
8 and 1, both are misses. A sling comes toward him, a sling stone. That's a nat 1. That's a miss as well. And in the following round, when you see Hobbs is on the ground dying, he's trying to kill this thing still, despite his situation. Continues to bravely stab at the monster, and the monster doesn't seem to mind him. It's just reaching over to the next target.
Mm.
So right after it crushed Hobbs, it stepped forward. It steps toward you. Um,
Mm.
you had your spear at it.
Mm.
Do you want to continue melee with this thing, or do you want to do a fighting withdrawal or full
Can
retreat?
I? Would I have had the room to like before it like move? I could like grab the sack or bag and jump into the river.
Hobbs is on top of the treasure. He dies on top
Mm.
of it.
He
Or he's
died on top
dying
of it.
he's dying on top of it or very close to it. You are at a
Yo, what
distance
is
Mm.
stabbing with your spear. You move up, pick up the treasure. As you're picking it up, the monster attacks you. Is
Okay.
that fine with you?
Yeah.
Or do you want to spear at it?
I'll pick up the treasure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
I can't. I won't
drop your
stand a chance in
spear, you
melee.
reach the for the treasure, the monster closes
Mm.
at you. As it does this, we have someone shooting a stone, but it
Mm.
gets its attacks in. So you're picking up treasure.
Yeah. Or was it my shield
15
is?
misses. The shield does not help as you
No.
pick up treasure.
Okay.
Alright, that's a miss. And then 12, let's see, plus 6, 18. Your armor class in this situation is, again, 2 for being halfling, 1 from your dex,
Mm.
4 from your gambeson, and 2 from your helm. Armor class 1,
Mm.
right?
Zero. Alright.
Okay, 4 from
Or.
your gambeson, 2 from your helm, 2 for being halfling against a large monster, 1 from your
Mm.
dex. Anything else? Armor class 0, yeah. So armor class
Yeah.
0, and so
So
12
I
plus
can
6 is 18. That's a miss. Or actually, you're picking up treasure, so your back is to it pretty much. Let's see. Alright, so that 12 is going to be a hit because of the plus 2 bonus as you're picking up
Alright.
treasure. You can't defend yourself when you pick up treasure.
Alright. That was
Um,
the talon.
what do you have in your hands currently as you pick up treasure? Because you originally had your spear.
Mm.
And that's it, right?
I would have. I would have dropped it to grab it with. Or yeah,
You could
because
pick up the treasure with one hand and keep your spear in the other hand.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't have had a chance to pull out my shield. So yeah. I'll just treasure
Treasure and spear.
spear
Okay.
and then doing my best to get into that river.
The treasure is extremely heavy, right? You try to lift
Yeah.
it, and you see a few coins at the top, but you realize the rest of it are stones, heavy stones in the sack.
Oh.
The monster kind of just grins, right, and then starts to swing down its talons again.
Ooh.
All right, so
Yeah.
you just picked it up. You're about to jump into the river. You're doing a
Mm.
retreat, right? But as you retreat, you've just lifted the sack, and now it gets its more attacks on you. So that round, you were able to just pick up the sack, hoist it over your back as it
Mm.
missed you, pretty much. Um,
Mhm.
it did get one talon in you as you picked it up.
Mhm.
Actually, I won't count it. Your back wasn't fully toward it, so I'll say you were careful. You had your spear. You could quickly ran toward it, picked it up, and were able to dodge those attacks. But this round, as you turn your back, but to jump into the water, it has its
Mm.
3 attacks against you. And here they are.
Mm.
They're gonna be a miss. You got your back to it right now. A miss.
Whew.
and a miss. You're small
Woo.
and agile, and you drop into the water, into the river. The monster could not hit you. Another stone came flying its way, two more stones actually, from the slinger, who missed twice. And the monster then turns toward the slinger and begins running toward him on all fours. You're in the water with the sack and had a few gold coins on top. The rest were heavy
Mm.
stones. The sack is 20 pounds, and it's the 20 pounds of just stones and just a few coins at the very
Mm.
top of it. There's about 6 gold coins there, or not six. Let me
Mm.
let me see how many.
Gold coin. Yo, gold coins is valuable as fuck.
Akin,
One moment,
Is
counting the
six
gold.
gold coins? Is six gold coins like what? 60 silvers? Or 100 silvers? I don't know. What's the conversion of that?
He's checking.
Because I have not seen gold in a long
All right,
time, so
so there's
yeah.
gonna be four. There's about at the top of it, roughly. Let's see, silver. Oh, for the four. So we'll do 400, 10%, 10% of that. Okay. Yeah, there was about four gold
400.
pieces on the very top, and the rest were just stones, heavy stones.
So
So
what's
it's a
the
Mm.
20
conversion
pound
of
sack of
gold?
stone, and then a few gold coins that were at the top. And you jump in with it into the water, and the sack was open, so I'm not sure if they're
Mm.
even in there anymore. But you're in the river, it's fast moving,
Yeah.
and you're a hobbit, and that sack of
Oh
stone
boy.
is 20 pounds, and you're already heavily encumbered, right?
Mm.
Your max load is 80 pounds. So, do you remember how much you were already carrying?
Mm-hmm.
How much were you already carrying?
47.
Alright, so you would be at 67 roughly.
Mm.
So
Would I have
still
been able to
still
like?
mobile.
Yeah, I was picking up the sack right. Could I have like picked it up like, and like squeezed that? Like squeezed it shut with my hand
Yeah,
because I was. Yeah.
yep. Alright, so you're in the water just floating down the river
Mm.
in heavy armor, and you can't really swim that well in this condition. So
Mm.
I'll have to pull you out or something. But as you're as you're flowing down the river, the monster charged toward the remaining target on the surface. That's Izudin, right?
yep.
Okay, it's coming toward you. You want to keep shooting it or something else?
Am I able to prepare my knife?
Yeah, you can take your knife out before it closes.
I prepare my knife before he closes into me.
All right, you prepare for hand-to-hand combat. Izudin does not run. He is brave, I suppose. He prepares to fight. As it closes in, it has two attacks before you. It has a total of three attacks. Two talons come at you before you can even raise your dagger or your knife. Miss and a miss. You somehow avoid both attacks, run in with your knife, and try to get a stab in there. Let's see
Oh,
the initiative.
congratulations.
Your
Oh,
party has initiative. You might manage to get a hit. You hit, and actually, what's your strength bonus? That's a 14.
I don't have any bonuses.
Okay, that's a miss then. You missed by 1 point. All right.
Ah, fuck.
The monster rolls its last attack. 12 to hit plus 6, 18. You have no armor. Hits you for. You got so close, you almost got a stab in there. But yeah, you end up running into its mouth, and it ends up, or toward it, and it ends up grabbing you, pulling you in, and biting into your ear, right? Causing you 1 damage. Either then, how many hit points do you have?
4.
4. Okay, you've
I have
got
3
3
left.
left. Alright. And then, as Izan's ear is being bit, um, I'm gonna go back to and for the remainder of the game, Hobbs. You were trying to stab at that monster as it went after your friends. Let me see if you even got anything there. 14 minus 4 plus your bonuses, still miss. Minus 4 because you can't attack when you're in this situation, so I'll give you minus 4. There's still a chance. You're still there just dying on the bridge. You're not, it just left you there. So you're on the bridge just dying. Your hand is just bleeding out openly. You need someone to tend to your wounds, or you need to tend to your own wounds with a bandage. And you saw the other halfling, Anton, jump into the river. Anton, uh,
Mm-hmm.
the ability to swim with all your weight, honestly, it depends on a force
That
check.
makes.
You'll do a force doors check, and if you
Mm,
succeed, then you can begin to swim at half your movement rate toward the
mm,
shore. If you fail, then you begin to drown. So
okay.
let
Can
me
I
let me
use my
check the
spear?
drowning rules. We'll see.
Yeah. Can I try and use my spear as like leverage to like?
Imagine trying to swim with a spear in your hand.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. No. Yeah. That makes sense.
You would have
So yeah,
lost your spear. You need at least
yeah, he
one
would have
hand
to
to
let go.
swim.
Yeah.
One free
He would have
hand.
let it go.
Alright, so swimming.
Can, can he choose where he jumped into the river from?
You want it to jump
Or is
north
it?
or south?
He was gonna jump. The river's flowing from the north, correct?
Yes.
Okay. He'll jump to the north then.
Then you were just starting to flow south, directly under the
Mm-hmm.
bridge. So you jumped north then, when the monster was trying to attack you, and then you started to flow directly under the bridge. Under the bridge is a pile of rock, because the bridge has collapsed in that
Mm-hmm.
area. So as soon as you dive in there, you immediately just float up to the pile of rock under the bridge. So you don't have to
Mm-hmm.
worry about drowning anymore. That was a good choice. But you're in the monster's lair. You see a bunch of treasure here. Okay. There's a bunch of bones and a bunch of treasure. The monster's going after Izudin. Izudin, uh, you're still in hand-to-hand combat
I
with this thing. Let's see if you
stab
can
him.
survive another round by yourself. Do you have a different action, or do you want to keep fighting?
I keep fighting to my death.
Alright, it is your choice. Two attacks come at you before. You were very lucky to survive even a single round against this thing, yet you choose to keep fighting. This time it's going to hit you with one of its talons. 6 damage. Saving
Oh
throw for
fuck!
Izudin. 11 is a fail. It rips your throat open. Izudin falls on its knees, dead. It then immediately starts running back on all fours, toward its little lair, where it sees Hobbs on his knees, bleeding out. Right, Hobbs. As you've been left alone, as you saw Anton jump into the water, as you saw the monster tearing apart um, Izudin to the east, what was your next action?
My next action,
Yes.
um, I'm dead, aren't I? I
You're
had
not.
that.
You're
I
not
was
quite
at
dead.
0.
You made a saving throw, so you're at 1 hit point.
Oh, oh, I have 1 hit point.
Yep.
Oh man, you know what? I'll get up.
You're bleeding from your hand though. You've an open flesh wound.
Um, if I can, I use my sling to. I'll try to tie around my arm, my wounded hand,
Okay. As the
and then
monster's running
I'll
toward you, you wanna, or I would say as it was tearing apart your friend, you were tying your hand with your sling. Take your sling and try to tourniquet it.
yeah.
Okay, stop the bleeding. There's a 1 in 6 chance you'll stop the bleeding with that. You do your very bestest, one-handing it. No one there to help you. Your sling is just,
Didn't
you
work.
can't get in that turn or that round. It'll take more time. Do you want to keep trying, or do you want to just try to get to safety first?
I want to get. I want to get. I want to get to safety.
Alright, do you want to run across the bridge westward, or do you want to jump into the water, or what's your move from here? The monster's east of you, so east is not a good option, naturally. Also,
No,
keep in
I want
mind,
to.
hobbits can hide with a 90% chance in the
I want to
wilderness?
find a place. I want to find a place where I can hide.
Well, the bridge is definitely not the place. So, you want to run west toward dry ground, or where the road continues, or do you want to jump into the
Yes.
water? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Run.
You run west, and you can hear the monster sprinting after you after a moment, right? You know that it's already finished off Isudin. It's it's basically like a massive bull running toward you, right, on all fours, galloping toward you. You ran into the mountain range though, away from the bridge. You ducked into the rocks and you took cover with a 90% chance to just suddenly disappear, pretty much, as halflings do. The monster is furious, right? It sniffs the air for you. It calls you out in a different language you cannot understand. It screams and screams for its food, and then eventually runs back toward the bridge in anger. In the meantime, as it was screaming and having a tantrum, um, Hobbs, or not Hobbs, Anton, you've been sitting in its lair for a little bit.
Mhm.
You find a ton of treasure in here. You
Yeah.
find let me describe it to you. Maybe you can float
Okay.
away with it. Let's see.
Mhm.
But you're in heavy armor though, so floating is not really a good option.
Yeah.
You don't
Well, he
float, you
could
sink.
probably drop. He could drop like 80% of his gear and be only like 20 pounds.
Metal armor takes the turn to take off.
It's the helmet.
Helmet takes a round. You throw the helmet off.
Oh
You throw the shield off. You can take off your gambeson, but it takes about a minute.
no,
You only have
he'll
seconds to act though, right before it's here. So
second.
you throw the
Yeah.
shield off, you throw the helmet off, dropping 40 pounds of gear off your character, making you
Mhm.
actually capable of moving now. You're no longer
Yeah.
extremely burdened.
Do I also have enough time to like
Dump the
scoop those four
rocks
coins
out.
and
Just
dump the
keep the
rocks out?
coins, because
Yeah.
I don't know why you're gonna carry 20 pounds of rocks.
Yeah, I was
Um,
about to say. Hey, there might be magic.
all right.
But he's gonna build a snow golem.
+2 to attract idiots. These are rocks.
So you only find gold here. You find a total of uh, the rest of the gold, and that totals to 400 gold. You
Okay.
pick it up out of the rocks. Let me see if there's anything
Yep.
else in here. You see that yeah, that's just the obvious stuff. To pick up all the gold though, will take time naturally. It's all scattered. You
Yeah.
can't just it's not in a sack or anything. It's just in the rocks. It
Yeah.
takes at least in one round a hand you can in 10 seconds each hand can grab a handful of gold. And a handful of gold is about 5 gold. But yours halfling, you're small, so I would say that's even less, half as much. So about 2 gold
Mm.
pieces you can pick up per round in each hand. One hand is holding your sack, one hand you can use to scoop. If you had a shovel, you could dig it up, right? But you don't,
Mm.
right? Or do you?
Um. No, I only
Nope.
have. I was. Oh, I should have bought a shovel. I
See,
had two
right.
pouches. Wait, can I use my shield as a shovel?
Shield is really big and bulky. You're gonna need 2 hands to
Oh,
do that. You
that
have
wouldn't. Okay, that wouldn't work.
20 seconds left before it's here,
Okay.
right on top of you. So two
Okay.
actions
Yeah.
until it's on top of you. So you
Two
can grab
actions.
more
Okay.
handful of gold or 2 handfuls of gold and then throw into your sack. So
Yeah.
you have one
I'll
hand
do
on the
that.
sack, you have one hand on gold. So you have 2 rounds though. What do you use them for?
Okay. I take two. Two. I take two of my hands, grab gold, and put it in the sack.
So you drop the sack first. Both hands grab
Mhm.
gold. That's about 5 gold right there. And then the
Mhm.
next round, you open the sack and dump both gold in there. And then now
Yeah.
for round 3, it's right above you now. And it's like
Yeah.
about to jump down into the hole. You want to jump in the water?
Mhm. Yes.
Okay, you jump in the water, you swim away, and the monster is swimming after you. But you're small and you disappear into the water easily because you're a halfling
Mhm.
with a
Yeah. You like
90% chance
insult.
of disappearing. All right, you
Yeah.
disappeared with a sack full of a total of you got 10 plus the 4 that were originally in there, 14 gold,
Mhm. Yeah.
140 silvers. So
He just goes. He just goes ah ah ah, ah as he floats down, as he's leaving.
exactly, lots of pain and suffering, but at the same time, you leave with a bit of gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Mock.
lost your entire party, but it was worth it.
Yeah. He mocks the troll to like get some to hurt him emotionally for.
The monster just throws rocks into the water. It's pissed, right? You got away with some of its gold.
Yeah.
Well, we'll come back. We'll come back for it. We know where it lives now. We'll come back for it. All right.
All right. So at this point, Hobbs, eventually you would make your way back to town. Do you know the way back home, or are you gonna become MIA in the mountains?
I know the yeah, I know the way back home.
You both will tell me it you're separately. I want Hobbs to tell me
Oh
first,
jeez. Oh my
because you guys will split
God.
up.
Oh my
So if you don't have a wilderness map or weren't paying attention, you're not making it home alive.
Well, ultimately, I'm trying to head. I'm trying to head.
There is a road here on this side of the bridge. You can follow it if you want. It might not
That's
take you
that's
back
what
home,
I.
but
That I'm gonna follow that road.
you follow it as best you can the next few days, or the next few hours at least, and I'll tell you what you find. The road takes you southwest, and after, uh, you know, after about, let's see, because you guys encountered the monster early in the day, so you would march along this road for about half the day when you find yourself leaving the mountain range and making your way through forested hills. The road continues to forested hills. And there's a
Wait.
river
What?
in the distance that flows from the northwest west to the south southeast. Do you want to continue along this road into the? You're like uphill, and you see like
Yeah, I'll go. I'll go to the southeast. Yeah.
it goes. The road goes southwest from here, but but then it will take you to a fork in the road, and at that fork you can either choose to go northwest or southeast. And there's a bridge here that spans the river, allowing you to
Yeah.
even go westward. Okay, so
Okay.
you also see a sign here, and the road is becoming well maintained now. At the sign, uh, you see one part, the sign pointing toward the northwest reads Kingdom or Citadel of Brithonia, while the other one points Village of Gevelon to the south.
I will take the Gavilan to the south.
Okay. And maybe a day or two later, after a long march and starvation almost, you make it back to the village, or you make it. I think no, Hob started in the new village, right? So this is the first time he's been in Gevelon. But a lone halfling approaches a village that he has family in, right? There are other members of House Nags at this village that you've never really met, just far relatives you've heard about. And Haas will end his adventure at a new base town in Gevelon. And let's see how Anton holds up. Anton, after you flow down the river
Hey.
southeast, swimming, eventually you will hit the bank. You would probably try to dry up to not die from hypothermia.
Yeah.
And then from there, you know, you were flowing down the stream for a while. You're in the mountain ranges still. Uh, from
Mm.
here, which direction shall you travel? You're just in the middle of the mountain range
Mm.
along the river.
Yeah. If I follow the riverbank, will I run into that bridge?
Which uh, which way do you want to follow it? North or south?
Well, I'll follow it south.
Okay. So you would follow it south for a long while.
Mm.
Eventually, maybe a day and a half later, super hungry. It just the mountains or the river flowed through the mountains and into uh, open grasslands, the open plains.
Mm.
From here, did you want to keep marching along the river or something else?
Open plain. How do I recognize this area?
No. I mean, there are plains that might be on your map if you know.
Yeah. Okay. Then is there a road nearby?
No.
No. Okay. He will follow the river.
Further south?
Yep, further south.
Alright. You continue following the river further south. You are making your way toward another range of mountains. Do you want to enter these mountains?
Oh.
Also, here's a day of wandering monsters and a night of wandering monsters. Nothing encountered.
Oh.
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 Okay.
You're
Well, in
so
that case, he would
reluctant.
This goes into mountains uphill, or like
Yep.
not uphill,
It's going
but
in. You're now approaching a range of mountains again, southward.
Okay, no, he'll go to the plains and he'll travel east, or I flowed south down the river. Yeah, he'll travel east and he'll just keep his
East of
eye
you
out.
are barren hills,
Barren
or
Hills.
yeah, grassy hills.
All right, he'll head southeast, and like he'll go east, see the hills, and then he'll start curving southeast,
Okay,
searching for.
you're going further and further away from where you started, right?
But, well, we went up the hill, and then he went down the river, right? Because we
Something
went
like that.
up,
Hmm.
and then we're going down.
Keep in mind, you already
And then,
flowed down the river, so
oh, stupid. Yeah, no. Okay, no, he'll head. I'm sorry. It would be, it'd be northeast then,
you want to go
right?
northeast through barren hills.
Yep, northeast of Barren Hill.
Okay, and eventually you find yourselves marching northeast through open grasslands. There's a wandering monster check. All right, the day ends in the barren or the open grasslands. You're day 3 into your uh, search for settlement. You're in open plain. South of you is barren hills. West of you is barren hills. East of you is barren hills. North of you is grassy plains. That's north. Which way do you want to continue? So you got grassy plains to the north. You got hills to the east, the west, and the south. Which way? Anton? Hello?
And out of nowhere, his character gets molded by a dragon. The end.
All right.
Hey, Carb.
Let's
We
Anton
died
and
for
William.
rocks.
Anton,
No, Anton, Ika's gonna kill you if you don't talk, bro. You're in expert
I hope
territory,
he didn't
bro.
fall asleep.
Nah, he didn't. It's probably his connection, most likely. Because he was just talking a few minutes ago. Ain't no way he just stopped talking now. So, it has to be his internet.
Yeah, when we was playing Valheim, his internet was kind of crappy sometimes.
You would just disconnect from all the games every 30 minutes.
He's trying to type something.
Yep, yep. His internet sucks. Mad ass. Damn.
Anton, Carb, we died for rocks, bro.
Nah, bro. And there was fucking 300. There was like 400 gold pieces in that shit, bro. In the lair. Oh my goodness.
You know why you died? Because I wasn't here.
Beacon. I'm sorry, my Discord crashed
it's all good. You
at
come
the
back.
worst possible moment. I'm so sorry. Um,
You're in
He can
wilderness
he can
travel,
su-
so it's a little
he,
safer.
he,
I'm so sorry.
he
Or
can
you got a
summon
little
two
more time.
dragons and ate you.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry. What happened?
Which way
My
from here? You're in. You just arrived in the open grasslands.
Mm-hmm.
South of you are hills. West of you, are hills and maybe the river. East of you are
Mm.
hills. North of you are plains. Which way?
North. I'll travel north.
All right. And you want to keep marching through the plains until something happens, or how far do you want to
Yes.
march?
Until I see anything noticeable, familiar, or anything happen.
All right. Half a day goes by marching through open plains on foot with your small bit of treasure. Another day of wilderness encounter checks.
Ah.
You already know.
Yep.
You're on your own here, in the midst of the open plains. You sight something. Let's see if we how close it is
Mm.
based on surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Neither side is surprised. The distance is in yards. 11, 12, 13. At 130 yards in the distance north of you, something approaches. Appears. Let's see. Is that number 2? Number 11.
Mm.
Appears to have been some type of bird in the distance that flies over the grasslands at something and then flies away.
Mm.
That's all you saw. You want to keep going this way?
Can I try and hide? Is this?
There's a
Am I
small
able to
bird,
hide?
maybe like a hawk.
Am I able to hide as a halfling, like in this area?
Yes, if you want, you can just spend the day hiding, but you're starving right now. You're 3 days
I'm.
without food.
How long can I survive without food?
30
Well,
days max,
remember we
they
had
said.
how long those little rations last?
He
Oh
doesn't have
yeah.
them.
Oh yeah. I didn't pocket it. Yeah. Or those.
You can
Oh
assume the other
yeah.
character is also killed, or MIA. Right, the one with the
Mm-hmm.
horse. Or
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
rode off
He'll.
and is MIA.
Yeah. He'll hide and then as like hide and move. You know.
But yeah, the food that you guys had, I don't know who was carrying it. But I suppose it was probably someone. I suppose it was the magic user, if anyone, who had 2 sacks that were empty.
Mm. I had two pouches that were empty.
Your pouches cannot carry food.
Okay.
It's too small.
All right. And yeah, he'll hide and he'll continue.
Spend, you try to hide.
Mm-hmm.
Hours go past, and eventually, whatever it was passes you. You can observe it. You saw these large serpents making their way through the grasses. Landworms.
Mm. All right.
I can describe how big they were.
Yeah. How big?
They are about 10 yards long, 30 feet long serpents
Oh my.
snaking their way through the grasses.
Whew. Yeah. He'll
You hid from
hide.
them.
Wait for them. Yeah, they passed, right?
Hmm.
Okay, he'll continue after they've gone and sufficient time has passed.
You continue marching north. Eventually, you finally come across something that's not just open grasslands near evening. The day's end. In the distance, you see what looks like, or you find an old road that goes east and
Oh.
west.
He'll
Open
follow it east.
grasslands. You want to force march, or do you want to wait till the morning?
Would Forge March be?
You'll be extremely exhausted. You'll have to take a full day to rest after it. But it's good to do a force march when you think you're close.
Mm, does the area seem familiar? Like, do I
You're
remember
in
this
open
stretch of road?
plains, open grasslands. It's your
How
choice.
long is? So I could. There's a forced march and then there's like a half march.
There's a force march, means you march more than you're able to throughout the day, but then that
Yeah.
costs a day of rest after that, a full day of rest.
Yeah. He'll force march.
You force march east.
Yeah.
All right. You might have had a map, but you made it back to still still the area. The road leads back
Oh.
to the village.
Yeah. You see like this little halfling like getting thin to the bones.
All
And
right.
he's like,
The idea was, if you were not paying attention, but you guys were in the northwestern region of
mm-hmm.
the mountains here, right? The river made you flow all the way southeast. Eventually, you would
Yeah.
climb off the river, and you said to go southeast down. Eventually, you made your way into
Yeah.
beyond the mountain range and into
Yeah.
hills, pretty much, or grasslands. From there,
Yeah.
you said you'll follow the river south, right?
Mhm.
and then you made your way into barren hills. And from those barren hills, you eventually went back north and up through grasslands and then back to the village. So you
Yeah.
did this, and you went this.
Yeah. I overestimated the distance. Mm.
All right.
Yeah, I thought the river would carry me like halfway or something, but
It
yeah.
carried you a small
Okay.
bit, and then you would march on along the river. You said to march
Okay.
along the river, and it took you
Yeah, I was
about
hoping to find the bridge.
the river is what was not what you used to get to the place, right? You
Mm.
encountered it, but you did not follow
Yeah.
it to get to the place you were looking for.
Okay.
You
Well.
followed it northwest to get to the place, but you did not follow
All
it
right.
southeast. Southeast would lead you out of the mountain range.
All right. At least we made it out safe and sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were divided from your party, but you got out alive with a bit of treasure, and everyone else died.
Mhm.
All right.
Everyone.
Not everyone else.
Not everyone else. Hobbs survived, but we don't know that. Well, he doesn't know that, and Hobbs doesn't know he
Yeah.
survived either. They got split up. But I would suppose,
Yeah.
Hobbs would be retiring in Gavelon as soon as he got there with a missing hand.
Oh yeah.
So
Mm.
someday, if
Anton. Yeah.
Anton finds Hobbs, Hobbs was like, "What the fuck? Am I seeing a ghost?" Right?
Yeah.
Last time
And
we
yeah,
saw
he'll
Anton,
say likewise. They'll have a good laugh and a drink one day, maybe.
if they ever encounter each other again.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
But
I mean,
Hobbs is retired.
can I put out a message to search for him in case he?
Do you really
Yeah.
think, like, imagine Anton? Do you really think he would send a message to see if the
Mm.
people that he saw clearly get killed are still out there? Like, where would he send this
Him and
letter?
Hobbs were him and Hobbs are close friends. Like he'd send it to like as like a public announcement to the next town over, maybe post it in the tavern or
All right,
something.
sure. You would send like a letter to all the nags' houses that Hobbs died.
Yeah.
Okay, that would cost money though, lots of money. Letters are
Oh
expensive, so
no, how much would it cost?
probably I would say a fee of 1d6 silvers.
1d6 silvers for the whole thing? Yeah, I'll do that.
You um, look around for someone willing to deliver a message, right? Do
Mm.
a wilderness travel for you and deliver this message. Basically, you're sending someone on a quest, a little messenger
Mm.
boy, and he expected a price of 5 silver to
Yeah.
carry
He
out your
obviously.
message.
Yeah, he obviously paid it.
All right. We know that Nags has family, or House Nags has family in both this village and the village of Gebelon. So this messenger, you would send him to Gebelon then to announce that Hobbs of House Nags is dead, if that matters to anyone there. So, and of course, if Hobbs
Yeah.
hears that when he's there, he's like, "No, I'm not." And he might go back to, he might go back to, of course, his hometown, Silveria.
Are you making
That would
another
be a dangerous
session?
travel. So
Are you doing another session?
I have to go eat. I'm not sure yet.
Mm.
Uh,
All right. What's
yeah.
the? I
If
can
I do,
cash in my
it won't
prize.
be until later.
Yeah.
I want to unretire Henry.
Alright,
Yeah.
guys, but another rough session,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
It
Lots of
was
brothers
fun
died. It
though.
was fun, though.
It was fun.
Oh.
Yes. Thank you for playing.
I,
I'm glad you had
I
fun.
now. Yeah. Now I
It
know
was
what it's
a.
like to be a thief in all those
Indeed.
stories where they run away with all the treasure.
These stories will build character. They might not
Oh.
feel as accomplishing or happy and peaceful as
Yeah.
past adventures have, but all this pain and suffering will add up and it'll build character, and you guys will look upon these memories fondly one day. I know
Yeah.
these experiences might feel very painful right now, seeing all these brothers and sisters die constantly, and deserters and all that, but it will
Yeah.
build your characters. So
Yeah. From now on, if Anton ever does any like if he ever picks up like any like does physical labor and like picks up a sack and it's like full of something heavy, he like his hands shake a little bit.
make sure that it's just treasure, not anything fake.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a
Yeah.
bag of fucking
Make sure it's
rocks,
not
bro.
rocks. Yeah,
Risk your
just
life for some stones.
yeah. Ooh, this could earn me. What would the? Can I get a nickname for the rock
Yeah,
grabber
it's called Anton, the bag handler. Yeah,
or the
that's
rock
you.
grabber maybe?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Grab
Yeah,
the bag of rocks
yeah,
at the risk of his whole party. Well, his
yeah,
party was already at risk anyway, so it was
yeah,
at least it wasn't for nothing.
yeah. Anton, the Lord of Rocks maybe.
There was no way we could have avoided that. That dude was yo.
Yeah, that was. You can say you guys already know.
We never did a
Yeah.
listen for monster check.
Mm.
Clearly, that looked like a trap. I hope it was a fucking treasure just sitting out in the open.
Yeah.
But we didn't take heed to any of the signs. We didn't take any precautions other than prod the floor. Maybe next time we'll be more careful, but we'll see.
Mhm.
All right.
He can. What's the to translate gold to silver? What's that like?
It's a
Is
hun.
that
It's 140.
140?
Indeed.
So
It's
5 of
all
that would go
yours.
to sending it.
One gold. One gold is like 100 silvers.
You
Yeah,
don't have
one
to split
gold.
it because the party was split up. So you were your own party when you got back.
Yeah. So wait, is it 10 silver per gold or
And
what
it's
is it?
100.
It's 10 silver per gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 140 silver. No, 135 because he bought the letter. Yeah.
You bought a letter. It's crazy.
Yeah. So it's at 136.4.
You can buy me beer now.
I'm on.
Not.
I'm gonna bring out Henry, but I'm not gonna. I'm
Wait, is
not gonna
this
play until
enough?
I see a good party.
Yeah.
Oh
He
my
can.
If,
god.
if you.
136 silvers then.
Yeah.
Alright. But I gotta head out. I'm gonna go eat dinner.
Mhm.
All right, go
No,
eat.
okay.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Have a good night, guys.
You too.
Mhm. Not enough to
Well,
level up, but hopefully